What's up, everyone? My name's Lisa, for those of you that may not know. So I've been guided to pull a card here, get a message. But let me just give you some messages that I've been receiving today. There's a Depeche Mode song called People Are People. And it says, I'm going to read you some of the lyrics. It says, people are people, so why should it be you and I should get along so awfully? People are people, so why should it be you and I should get along so awfully? So we're different colors and we're different creeds and different people have different needs. It's obvious you hate me, though I've done nothing wrong. I've never even met you, so what could I have done? I can't understand what makes a man hate another man. Help me understand. People are people, so why should it be you and I should get along so awfully? People are people, so why should it be you and I should get along so awfully? Okay, so it says, now you're punching and you're kicking and you're shouting at me. I'm relying on your common decency. So far it hasn't surfaced, but I'm sure it exists. It just takes a while to travel from your head to your fist, I can't understand what makes a man hate another man. Help me understand. People are people, so why should it be you and I should get along so awfully? So, okay, they're saying the universal truth is we are all one. If you want to change the world, start by changing yourself. And a way to start changing yourself is by learning to mind your own business. And by mind your own business, I mean like focus on yourself. Like do what's in front of you to do. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. It's literally, honestly, 100% none of your damn business what anybody else is doing or why they're doing it or where they're doing it or who they're doing it with. What is your business is you. And why you're so concerned with what everybody else is doing. Why are you wanting to be so distracted from what's within you? Sit with you. Sit with God. Let God nurture you. Let God unravel you for your becoming. We're all in the same boat, man. I mean, there's a big awakening happening, okay? A lot of people are experiencing these massive changes right now, okay? And tomorrow is 10/10, October 10th, okay? So this is a big deal. I've been... there's the wheel, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is the 10 card in the tarot, okay? So one of the messages that I was receiving is about how there's a lot of turbulence going on in the world right now, okay? All over the world. And individually as well. Within everyone across the world. Now, how people are handling this turbulence is really determined on how and what you've been doing like the last few years of your life. And well, really like ever, okay? 10. They're telling me to keep it on 10. So 10 years and forward. Okay. So it's like, there are people who have been of like high status or, an abuse of their reigns. Okay. So, they've been people that have had some sort of title of superiority over others, and whatever title that may mean. That could even be like a mother over her children, you know what I'm saying? But it could also be like the vice president or a supervisor or a manager or whatever, okay, over their employees. So, or whatever it is, but you get what I'm saying. All right. So this is, there are people, it's just major change, embarking on major change, okay? And those that have been using their power abusively are awakening to that fact. And it's not really sitting very comfortably within, because they understand that whatever's happening around them right now that might be somewhat chaotic, whatever level of chaos is really in, it's like in direct proportion to however much, it's basically like karma, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is the karma, right? Look, and this Be Supportive card is up here. So there may be people that need your help, okay? It says make a genuine effort to show you care. And yeah, I'm hearing reaching out. So you may want to reach out to your loved ones, or reach out to someone you haven't heard from in a while, or that you haven't talked to, or just somebody that crosses your mind, okay? There's also this energy of change for those that have been taking the beatings, is what I'm hearing, okay? And it's almost like you are awakening to the power within, okay? Understanding what all the turbulence has been for, okay? So it's like, I'm hearing an exchange of power. Whatever's happening, okay? But it's like, okay, so everybody gets this opportunity to start this like new cycle, but what are you going to do with your power? Okay. And it's like, now that those of you that have this power, have this status, have this title, okay, that you've had it, and you've been shown what, or how you've responded, and what needs to change within you, how are you going to move forward? Okay. How are you still going to be, I'm hearing like manipulating your power, or are you going to take corrective measures to adjust how you respond to life and everyone around you? This is also this opportunity for those of you that are really beginning to step into your power, to really, you know, check yourself. Like, how are you embracing this power? Are you embracing your power with a sense of authority, like, or cockiness, or like entitlement? Or are you grateful? Is it, because there's like two sides. I just feel like everybody's being shown the two sides. It's like wherever you've been blinded, like how you've been walking down a path and like living your life one way. It's like whatever tower moment or disruption that may be happening within your life, and that may be just within you. You have these awareness, or it could come in like through some catastrophic event, okay, that's shaking up your insides, and in order to bring different awarenesses to light, okay, to challenge the way that you're thinking or have been thinking up into this moment. Whatever way it's hitting you, it's all been divinely guided, yeah, divinely orchestrated and planned And it's really, how it unfolds is truly up to you. This is why we've been given so much power, and that power is within our choice, because we can do whatever we want. We just have to be willing to live with the consequence of what we do, right? So yeah, free will. God refers to it as free will. So we're embarking on new territory. Everybody is. We're all getting this clean slate. Should you choose to see it that way? Because I feel like some people feel like they've gotten their lives ripped away, or things just taken away, or they've lost things, or they failed. And even though you may have heard, whether somebody said this to you or God directly whispered it in your ear, that this is your opportunity to change, it's your choice on whether or not you move forward differently. Okay? And then that's just the way it is for, well, that's the way that it's coming across for me. I'm not going to say that's the way it is for everybody, because, you know, everybody believes whatever you want to believe, you know? But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, let's get one of these cards. Spend some quality time together. It's imperative that we spend quality time with those we are in significant relationships with, listening and talking to each other. Yeah, see, I'm hearing the words making the effort. So I feel like this is making the effort, and for some of you, this is like the significant sacrifices it's going to take to have the life that you want, have the life of your dreams. And it's like, what are you willing to sacrifice? You know, where are you willing to, yeah, go beyond your limits? Choosing to settle or not to settle. And I feel like either way, neither choice is going to be better or worse, because everything is truly and honestly about perspective and the way that you see it. Because I don't know, the way my experience, because that's what I have to share with you, is my own experience, my own personal experience. Even in my worst moments, you know, my son spent 7 years in the hospital, and his platelets were so low that he could have had a like brain hemorrhage and die at any moment. And it didn't start off like that. When we first found out about it, they said, like, you know, he was fine. I think they were like at 60,000, and then they dropped below 5,000, and he didn't respond to any treatment. And even if they let us go home, we would have to go back within 24 hours because his platelets would drop, and like he would just like start getting bruises and shit. And it was a really terrifying time in my life. But I was still grateful. I was grateful that the doctors were there to take care of him, that we had a place to go, that I could ask as many questions as I want. I really worked on finding my voice there, you know. I share with you guys a lot about Maureen, and she would say, trust that mother's intuition. If you have a question, you speak up. You're his voice. Who else is going to speak for your son but you? And I didn't always just take the doctor's word for it. And at one time, my daughter and my son were both in there, and they couldn't help either one of them. They were both freaking sick. Like, it was it was horrible. It was horrible. And it's under any circumstance. It doesn't matter where you are or what's happening. There's always a reason to be grateful. I got to stay sober through that experience, and I was sober for my son, like that, and my daughter. Once she got sick, I was just like, I got to show up for my kids, and I'm just sharing this because I feel like there's some sort of like shakeup happening where it's like, whatever your priorities have been, I feel like God, the universe, the divine, however you want to relate, is really shaking that up for people. I feel like there's an opportunity for everybody to see the softer side of life and how it still exists, even if we're surrounded by complete chaos. I've always said, even before I had a YouTube channel, that if you want to change the world, you got to change yourself. It always starts with me, with you, within. Because when you show up one way, you challenge other people, you show other people that there's another way to live. And yeah, some people, they look at you and they're going to fucking hate you, and they're going to be envious of you, and they're going to be jealous of you, and they're going to try and sabotage you, and they're going to talk shit about you because you're showing up happy and you're doing the deal, and they're going to wonder how you're doing it, and they're going to wish they could do it. But it's like, that's why I share my experience. It's not like to be, all high and mighty. It's just like I am an underdog. I am the last person, okay, anybody ever thought, including like myself, that I could have somewhat control over my emotions and not be flying off the handle like a lunatic, and this is the gradual change. It's been these baby steps, I'm so grateful to have the understanding now that life is not a race. This isn't a contest. I feel like it's really a school, it's where we're put here to understand ourselves more so that we can get to that place of love, heal our hearts, heal our broken hearts, and learn how to love again. By loving ourselves first, and then, because as I continue to learn to love myself, and as I continue to forgive things that have happened and things that I've held on to or haven't done. It's like I embrace more and more of my humanness. And as I embrace my humanness, it's easier for me to have compassion for everybody else and their humanness too. Like, there's no reason to fly off the handle because, like, somebody forgot to cross a T. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And I know that's like being like really I'm just using that as an example. But it's like making these mountains out of these like little tiny microscopic molehills, you know, and carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders when we don't have to. It's not even our weight to carry. Everybody's just trying to figure it out. And I continue to embrace that concept, like through my own awarenesses that I have, like by making my own mistakes. You know, that's why it's important to walk your own path and like just speak your own truth, because it doesn't matter whether you make a choice that you consider wrong or right, because either way, it's like hopefully you're going to learn the lesson. Well, eventually, because if you don't get the lesson the first time, trust me, it comes around and around and around and around and around until you understand it. And anyway, I already talked too long, but hang in there tough. Keep fighting the good fight. We're winning, okay? We're freaking winning, guys. Be easy on yourselves. You got this. I love you.